Hello. I'm really happy you're joining, and this is going to be a pre-recorded talk, so you have the best translation, and after this I will join for some live conversation and questions. So, my name is Thijs Biersteker. I'm an ecological artist and I work together with scientists and researchers together on creating immersive art installations based on their facts that make people feel those facts again. Because I believe there's something interesting happening now, right this moment in time, with immersive art installations, with culture. Because science is not only dictating our pandemic, but research and knowledge is being used in the field of art in ways that couldn't be possible in a few years ago. So I think a good example of this is one of the works it's Periscopista, where I used the data from festivals and I gave it back to the people. And after that, I took in this path of going deeper into science and art. So here you can see a collaboration together with the ESA, the European Space Agency, and the Leiden University, with Henk Hoekstra, where we talk about the discovery of dark matter and where dark matter is found. And this is a gallery show that as merging culture and science together with art. So I think the best example, and I want to talk a bit about nature today with you, is one of the things that's happening right now in the Amazon. So we made a work about the deforestation in the Amazon. Because we've all seen these pictures from NASA and they look beautiful. But can you imagine the sheer scale? So I reached out to researchers and they told me it was 1,200 square meters of ancient rainforest being lost each second. So we've built, me and my team in the studio, we've built 1 square meter of ancient rainforest that can disappear right in front of your eyes. So here you can see it at work. We use the data streams coming from the deforestation watch groups and we translate them to these leaves that can be turned transparent or not. And every leaf you can see here disappearing, it marks the loss of 225 square meters of rainforest in real time. It's like a living monument for what's being destroyed in our planet right now. So here it's art that shows culture, the science, that uses these big data streams and it makes it creep under your skin. And that's what this project did for me as well. So I started to dive into nature and how nature is talking about climate change and how trees are talking about climate change. And then I made this beautiful project in Chengdu. And in Chengdu, we had one tree talking about the impact of climate change on nature. So what we did is we developed a system. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of explanation about trees first. So a tree, it creates a ring. every year. And the more equal these rings are apart, the more healthier the tree. But if they're tangled and minimalized, that means it had a bad year, a not so healthy year, full of pollution, of stress, of diseases, and of forest fires, of course. So, together with the TU Delft University and the plant neurobiologist Stefano Mancuso, we developed a system of 12 sensors that got living data out of a tree. And with this living data, we created an algorithm that translated these 12,000 data points into one single tree ring. One tree ring not every year, but every second. Now, behind this on this giant screen behind the tree, you can see how the tree was feeling about its environment in real time. How nature was being impacted by its environment in real time. Now every dent, every dimple, every distance, it shows how the tree was feeling right now at that moment. And what I liked is that if there was many traffic in the area, the pollution went up, and the tree, it was showing that immediately as a one big red warning sign. But at the same time, I didn't want people to leave the artwork fully depressed, so they could touch the tree, calming down the data, showing that our actions matter. Our individual actions as people, they do matter. Because it shows that together we're stronger. Leads me to a quick preview of the work we're building right now at this moment in our studio. So we're building a work about how trees are communicating under the ground through their root systems. And here you can see the 3D printing robot printing out the prototypes. Here you can see me bending and curving all that work, and slowly you can see the first tests of light. And this is how electro signaling underground in the trees are working. So together with scientists, we use the data coming from trees, use their sensors, and we have them talk on the ground. So imagine this, where science, art are coming together in the new museum that's being built in Amsterdam, the next museum. And people can interact with nature in a way that is truly symbiotic, that is truly working together. Because I believe there's a really important message coming from trees, that together we're stronger, because one tree will fall down with a bit of wind. But a forest, it can withhold a storm. So with that, I want to thank you, and I hope that I've learned you a little bit about nature, but also how culture, art, and science are coming together in this moment of time. Thank you. See you soon.